Hey y'all, how are we doing? How are we feeling? I hope we are feeling great and I hope we are doing great. That was very corny and I will never be doing that again. Don't mind the decoration on the wall, y'all. Okay, I know it looks real plain, real lame too. Everything fell off the wall. I had got some little cheap like command strips from Ollie's. I don't recommend. Don't even waste your money on it because everything that I had fell off the wall, literally. And I'm upset about it to this day. And it's like I just have not even cared to put my stuff back up that was up. So this is a little bit of decoration that I have. Different setting. We are not at home. We are not sitting outside with the flies and the bugs. We are inside, nice and cool and calm. Um, but I was recently watching back one of my other videos and stuff, and I was like, dang, the only thing that I'll be talking about is sad stuff. Well, what I'm about to say, some people may think is sad, but don't feel bad for me, okay? And my lips, don't pay attention to my lips. I lost all of my lip gloss. I have no clue where they went. All the things that I have for my lips, I lost all of it. So I'm sorry that I'm looking a little bit crunchy right now, but at least my hair is done. So that's what matters. But no, this time I wanted to do a couple story times. I only have one that I had in mind. I was like, yeah, I want to go ahead and record. But as I go on, I feel like I would come up with, not come up with, I would probably think about other things to talk about. But this is one that I really do want to talk about. Because I was telling someone about it the other day and they was like, wow, this is making me tear up. And I'm just like, why? Anyway, but I wanted to talk to y'all because a lot of people don't know this and it shocks me to this day. Like there's people that I've become friends with and they didn't even know this. But I am I am diabetic. I'm a type 1 diabetic, meaning that I was born with diabetes. My pancreas creates little to no insulin. And to be honest, I was in the shower the other day and I was like, my mama really could have sued those people at the hospital. Because aren't they supposed to do tests on that kind of stuff whenever you're born? Somebody let me know because we're about to be, yeah. Anyway, but no, for real. Yes, I was born with diabetes. And I was not diagnosed until I was 7 years old. So I want to tell y'all the story about that. Don't feel bad for me. Look, I'm doing great. I'm doing well. Like, come on now. But I will say, there were a couple times where I was about to be meeting Jesus. But no, yeah, I was diagnosed whenever I was 7. So I'm gonna give y'all the whole story. And this was in January of I think 2012. Yeah, because I had just turned 7. Hold on, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Because my sister was 11 and we're 4 years apart. Okay. So yeah, I had just turned 7 years old. My birthday's December 19th. So I'm going to class and stuff like that. And I'm telling my teacher every day, I'm like, my stomach is hurting. And nobody believed me. Whenever I was telling people my stomach was hurting, no one believed me, y'all. Like, I kid y'all not. And of course, because it's like, that's a kid's excuse. Whenever they're young, of course, they're going to be like, yeah, my stomach hurts. Can I go to the nurse's office? So I was up in the nurse's office every single day, they thinking that I'm faking. I don't really remember too much of what I was telling them when I was at home, like mama and my grandma and stuff. I don't remember what I was telling them. I feel like I was still telling them that my stomach was hurting. And the only reason why I ended up going to the doctor is because of the fact that my grandmother had noticed, and my mama was noticing a couple things too, but I'm gonna say what my grandma had noticed first and then I'm gonna get to mama. My grandma noticed that I was losing so much weight. And I was in first grade. Y'all. I was either in first or second. But I think I was in first because I had Miss Gibbons. Yeah, I think I was in first grade. I don't know. It don't matter. I think I was in first grade. And my grandma was telling me, like, or she was telling my mama, she was like, that I was losing so much weight. I lost so much weight, y'all, that my face started to sink in. My grandma said that she noticed that. And with my mama, and I also noticed this too, but I guess I didn't really think much of it. But my mama noticed that I was like, I would pee in the bed and all that stuff. And the reason why The reason why I was doing all that stuff and why my stomach was hurting and stuff is because I had ketones. Ketones are when there's too much sugar in your urine. So this whole time I was not taking insulin. And for 7 years, like, this is bogus to me. Like, I really survived that, y'all. I really have a purpose. I don't know what it is, but I'm here for a reason. But no, I'm just like, bro. But anyway, ketones are when you have too much sugar in your urine, and it causes like it can cause you to have a really, really, really bad stomach ache. Like, you're throwing up. Like, it feels like the stomach virus, but worse. Like, it's horrible. So that's what I was going through. But at the time, of course, I did not know it. I didn't even know what diabetes was. So we ended up going to the doctor. We headed to the doctor. I'm asking my mama, can we stop by Waffle House to get a waffle? She got mad at me. She was like, girl, no. So we had went to the doctor and stuff. And I'm sitting in there, you know, we're telling them what's going on. They checked my blood sugar. They said my blood sugar was over 700. Mind you, the average person's blood sugar should be between like 90. Yeah, it should be between like 90 and like maybe like 150. Like, that's the average person's blood sugar. So they looking like, and that's the 700 is the highest that it can read on their meter at the doctor's office. Meaning my junk was probably up to like 1,000. I'm not even joking. How did I survive that? Nothing but God. So the lady, mama, telling me, she was like, yeah, you have diabetes. All I heard was the word die. Y'all, I used to be so scared of death when I was younger. Petrified. Like, I would get anxiety attacks because I'm like, bro, I really have to die one day. Like, I don't want to die. Now I don't care. But back then, you know, that's the only thing that I heard, the word die. I'm like, and so I'm back there and I'm screaming and I'm crying. I'm like, mama, I'm about to die? Like, what's going on? She's like, just calm down. What? Like, what? I guess she was trying to make the situation better, but in that point in time, I was like, you are tweaked out. So they ended up calling the ambulance and I had to go to the emergency room. Y'all, I was in the hospital for about a month. Like, I was in there for a very long time. But I remember, I don't remember being in the back of the ambulance. I remember my mama telling me that they would try to stick me to give me IVs, but since I was so dehydrated, I was very dehydrated and very, very underweight. And so, she was saying that I was crying because of it. Like, that joint hurt. They was trying to find a vein. They could not find any. They were so like little and shriveled up. I was severely dehydrated. And I remember going up the little ramp. They was running up the ramp and I got into a room. This was a long time ago, y'all. So I know I'm probably skipping parts. I don't remember everything vividly. But I do remember them telling me that I could not eat for 24 hours when I first got there. So I'm looking like, bro, because I'm pretty sure I barely ate that day anyway because mama would not stop to get a waffle. So I'm starving. And let me tell you what they do. They go down and get some McDonald's. Type of stuff is that? Like, what? What? Like, you really said, hold on. Y'all, my window is right, like, where I can see cars and stuff. Not that y'all care, but... Okay, let me stop being nosy. Anyway, so yeah, they went down there and went and got McDonald's. I'm like, bro, what type of stuff is this? And I remember I was asking my sister about, like, what happened whenever they found out. My sister and my grandma, because my grandma ended up getting my sister from school. And she said whenever they found out that they were crying, I was like, oh my goodness, like, dang, that's so sad. And I never figured out what my actual blood sugar was whenever I got to the hospital. I feel like it was probably still, like, they couldn't really read the number, but it was skyrocket high. Like, I really could have lost my life if I went another day. I don't understand how I survived that long. Nothing but God, for real. So there's that. And like I said, I was in there for like a month. That was like the craziest experience of my life, y'all. Like, that was the craziest experience. And I just hated everything about it. Like, I had to learn all of these things. Like I said, I didn't even know what diabetes was. So I had to learn all of this stuff and I have to carry it on with me for the rest of my life. And y'all probably gonna think I'm joking when I'm saying this. I'm not even joking. My life is literally in my hands. Like, it's literally in my hands. I don't think I create any insulin at all. And And of course, whenever I first started, like I was definitely having ketones a lot. I this is gonna be embarrassing to say, and don't ever use this against me, but I had to wear pull-ups for years because my blood sugars would always be so high. Like it took a long time for us to adjust to figuring out how much insulin I should be taking. Like there's two types that I have to take. There's one for the daytime and one for nighttime. So it took a lot to adjust, and like carb counting and like all that stuff. I hated it. I still hate it to this day, but I do what I gotta do. So there's that little story. And I don't know. It's like whenever I tell people that I have diabetes, they be like, "How? I would have never known that." Like, people think that people that have diabetes are all fat. Like that's not true. And I've always been that one person that be like, because people like to make jokes and be like, "Oh, this is too sweet, I'm gonna catch diabetes." You don't catch it. Like what? You don't catch diabetes, number one. Number two, that's not even what it comes from. Now with type 2, it just comes from people being overweight and eating too much like unhealthy stuff, and they just have to lose weight to not have type 2 diabetes. They can get rid of it. Type 1 you cannot get rid of, which sucks. Like I don't know if it's a genetic thing. I know that my grandma on my dad's side had it, but yeah, there's that. And these stories are definitely, I feel like, are definitely going to be a little bit sad. But it was the summer over, when was it? It was like the summer, was it before I started college? I was still in high school when this stuff was happening, because I remember how my room looked. But there were times, and this became a repeated thing. Once it started that one time, it like kept on happening, and it was crazy. But the first time it ever happened, my blood sugar had dropped severely low whenever I was sleeping. Okay. And my grandma used to wake me up. Well, I had my alarm set and everything, and I would miss it, but I used to have to wake up before school to take Hope out to use the restroom. Hope is our dog. So my grandma ended up coming in my room, and it's like I could hear everything that she was saying, but I could not move. And because my body was so my blood sugar was so low. I really think I was dying, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because it was like the way that she was talking was like a whisper. Like I was like, my spirit was lifting up about to go to heaven, and it was fading away as she was talking. So she's telling me that Hope was jumping all over me, trying to wake me up and stuff. And I'm just looking like, bro, what is going on? So she had ended up like, I don't know how to explain it to y'all. I was not in my mind. Like, I did not know what was going on. She told me everything that was going on after the fact, but there's still some parts that I remember. I don't remember getting up out of my bed. I remember ending up in my mama's bathroom saying, I got to take a shower so I can go to sleep. Like what? Like what? And this is the first time this has ever happened. And it's with my grandmother and my little cousin. Like I know they was like, what is going on? So they're following me all around the house. My grandma's telling me I'm knocking stuff over as if I'm like blackout drunk. And the only thing I remember whenever I started coming back to my right mind is like they was just trying to chug juice down my throat. Like, and I'm just looking like, what is going on? Like, how did I even get out here? And that's happened like a couple times after that. Like, y'all, diabetes is scary. Like, it's so scary. Because you never know. Like, you never know. And when my sugar would drop whenever I was sleeping, like, there would always be a person in my dream that was chasing me. And so I would wake up out of my sleep. I know. It sounds weird. But I would wake up out of my sleep and I would go grab some juice. Because juice is, it's the quickest way to bring your sugar levels back up. But that junk did not happen those couple times. And it's so scary. It's so scary. But I feel like that's probably the craziest thing. I don't know. People try to feel bad for me after I tell them the story. I be like, you didn't even know this thing before. Like, I'm straight. I'm good. Like, for real. But yeah. And it's changed my life. Diabetes will change your life, like physically, like everything. Like, I used to have such thick hair. Like, my hair used to be really thick. And because of my insulin, it started to get thinner over the years. Like, I have a head full of hair. It's just nowhere near as thick as it was before, and I really do miss it. But it does suck, but at the end of the day, I'm still here, you know. And I don't know. Hopefully I would be able to teach some people about it, I guess. Like, a lot of people now don't even know about a lot about diabetes, and I'm like, what? But I feel like if I didn't have it, I still would not know a lot about it, honestly. But I don't know. I guess I kind of see it as a superpower, I guess. That's why I would try to convince myself whenever I was younger. Like, but people really were on my head. When I went back to school, they was calling me diabetes girl. Like, what? Like, that is sick. That is so sick. I cannot believe that. But yeah. So there's that fun fact. I don't know if I have any more like story times for real. Like, I would have to really think about this. But I definitely did want to say that. I feel like that story was kind of interesting. I wish I knew more details, because I would definitely go more in depth. But I just didn't want this episode to be the same as the other two that I've posted so far. I definitely do need to start asking people if they would like to be on here. There are some people that I have asked, but I still need to figure out how to like get the mics working well on my laptop. I would have to do it on my laptop. It wouldn't be a recorded, like, it wouldn't be like a video. It would just be an audio. So eventually I'll have something out for y'all with someone else, and it'll be good. And I also do want to say, if y'all have watched the other two episodes, that I am doing better. I'm doing very well, and I'm glad. I gotta get back in the gym. I know it does not look like I go to the gym. Okay, I get that, but I do, and I love it. Oh, that's another thing. I'll talk about that. Okay, this may be a little bit sad, but I'm making changes. Growing up, I've always been on the slender side. You know, in high school, y'all, the names that they used to call me, like, they used to call me Slenderman. They said that I had deer legs. Like, people was really on my head every single day. They said I ain't have no ASS back there, and I knew that. Okay, I definitely thought that I had something, but now I really do have a little something, because I've been going to the gym. But back then I really thought I had something, y'all, and I was really wearing leggings. Like, what? No, that is so embarrassing on my behalf. But yeah, I used to get, I used to get real bullied. I used to get bullied so bad. Like, I don't know. It's character development. It has shaped me to the person that I am today. But no, I literally, I just struggled with gaining weight, and I would always be like, dang, I wonder if it's because I have diabetes. I don't know. I also just have a high metabolism, or a higher fast metabolism. I can eat all that I want to, and it'll go right through me. And that's what I hate. So I literally, going to the gym was literally my last option if I wanted to gain weight, because I started seeing videos on my For You page, and I was like, dang, I have no choice but to do this junk. I didn't want to, but I was just tired of how I looked. Like, I was tired of it, and I was like, you know what? Nobody's going to do this for me. So I'm definitely going to have to do it myself. And I got to a point where I did become addicted to it. When I first started going to the gym, I was 117 pounds. I'm 5'4", and I was 117 pounds. I looked scary. Slenderman. I look like Slenderman. And people be saying I look like the people on Avatar, the little blue people. I don't know what they're called. I've never watched the movie, but I just know that it's called Avatar. And I'm not going to lie. Y'all got me with that one. Okay, I can agree with y'all with that. But yeah, so I was just tired of looking like that. And I was like, oh yeah, I started out at 117 pounds. In 2 months, and I ended up getting up to 134. Started school, bumped back down to 119. What? Like, what? So now I really have to get back on my game. Like, I really have to get back on my zone for real. Because I refuse. And it's ARC season, y'all. I slacked off. If y'all knew the stuff that's been going on in my life. So then y'all would cut me some slack. but I'm getting back to where I was before, and I'm doing better, and I'm happy. I wish I could show like before and after photos. If y'all saw it, y'all be like, oh, okay, she got something going on. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's just all I had to say. I wanted to put something out there. One, because my hair is done, and two, because I haven't posted anything in a minute anyway. So hopefully y'all found this a little bit interesting. I wish I was a little bit more prepared, but I just didn't want to keep on talking about the same like sad stuff. Even though I guess some of y'all may see this as sad, but don't look at it as sad, because I'm not sad about it. So yeah. But that's all I had to say. I don't know the next time when I will be posting something. Hopefully soon, and hopefully it'll be with someone else. Hopefully it will be with a guest. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode, and I will TTYL.